Welcome to part 8 of the character animation tutorial series. In this tutorial we will take this character and using the walk cycle we created in the last tutorial, we'll move him down a path, if you will, using that walk cycle. So again, we'll be using Motion Studio, and we'll set things up so we can quickly move in and begin the animation process. So again, going to a wireframe mode, set up your character in this case a side view. Drag the deck off the Motion Studio interface and we'll resize this. And here's where the action is going to take place for this. We'll deselect all the skeletons except the body and point out to you that we are going to use the mark, register, and paste register tools. First thing we'll do is advance. This point is good. What we want to do here is select the most forward point in the character, and in this case it's the old tip bone on the right hand foot. So this is our most forward point and we will mark this. So we've marked this tip as almost a nail, if you will. Now advancing to the next keyframe, we'll select that keyframe and register. This maintains that particular tip bone on the foot's location at this particular time. Again, we'll rifle through the keyframes in this particular walk cycle and we will keep that mark registered as we move along this first half. Now at some point in time this point will not be the most forward. So advancing and maintaining the register until the left hand foot in this case reaches its furthest position in the cycle, which is here. Now again we repeat this by marking and registering that particular bone, preserving its location through the animation. And by following through to the end of our current keyframes, what we do is maintain the position. So here we're back to the right hand foot. It's been selected and marked as the lead position now. What we'll do is select the entire walk cycle beginning at frame 6 up to frame 34, copy these, and because we left a few frames at the beginning of the walk cycle, we will leave the same number of frames here, and now we will paste register. So we've kept the character working through a forward momentum across here 66 frames. So again, leaving 3 more frames, let us do another paste register. Again, leaving a few frames, paste register, and now we have worked our way up to 129 frames of this character walking. Of course, the problem here is we started on the floor. The character's vertical position has changed over time. So using Motion Studio, let's change this little scenario by using the floor tool. So here we'll pick a low bone and click floor. So again, a very low point in the character is selected. Now what we would like to do is line that particular area of the character with the floor. So let's set up our view and our tools. Sometimes it doesn't matter how hard you try to make some items fit within a confined space, but we're a flexible being, so we'll just motor through this, select this, set it up here. Now we have a pretty good view of things. Final little tweak and hit the record. So we'll back up a keyframe and lock the location again. So here, this will be a slightly tedious process of backing through all the keyframes, moving our character down, and hitting the record. Of course, once you've moved through the entire selection of keyframes along this particular walk cycle path, you should take time and carefully play through this segment of the animation, if you will, and ensure that you have caught all of the possible movements along the track. So here we see we missed one, so we'll just backtrack a little here, find the keyframe that's rogue, make our adjustment, remembering of course to hit record, and carry on. And here you notice our learner character is actually making some motion in a forward direction across our floor. So as you can see, in a short period of time, we've created the character doing a few repetitions of the walk cycle. So let's go into a perspective view and let's advance this to the end and watch our character as he moves along this animation path we've created. So go to your actions menu and hide the skeleton. Go back to frame 0 and let's analyze our walking. So there you have it, folks. Character walking along a path closer to the camera view. All done quickly and easy using Motion Studio's elegant method of working with animation in trueSpace. So we'll move on to part 9 of the tutorial, and we'll add a little twist into the animation using some of the work we did on the face. See you next tutorial.